Hello, welcome to Swiss Watch and welcome to our last YouTube live of the Geneva Watch Days. Today we are at Reuge with the CEO, Amar Elotishan, looking at the new pieces, talking to him about the brand. We have somebody very special also in the background. And join us discovering this brand. And also if you have some questions, leave a comment, we'll answer those as well. I have it here on the side. But Amar, let's get into it. Thank you for having us on the channel as well.
Thank you.
So we can
It's a
show
pleasure.
something we haven't shown to the audience yet.
Excellent. I'm excited to be here and thank you very much.
My pleasure. So tell us, how was Geneva for you this time around? Do you like, again, meeting new people, not being in a lockdown and Zoom meetings? And yeah,
Of course,
how was
of
it for you?
course. Oh, it was. We couldn't have asked for better than this. Our products are very much experiential products.
Mhm.
There's a lot of acoustics in them. You need to experience them yourself. If you're at the Geneva Fair face to face, seeing the product, you really experience it, and it's much easier to convey the message.
Yes, definitely.
So for us, it was really good. We also this year, we've themed our presence as experiencing the brand, because not many people, know the brand very much. So
Yeah.
part of the experience, we brought one of our craftsmen. So we have about 30 employees. The majority of whom are craftsmen. One of our master craftsmen is here behind us. We wanted people to really come, interact, see how complicated it is to put the pieces together. Look at all the similarities between what we have in our products and in the watchmaking industry, which,
Yes.
it's
Yeah,
fascinating.
because it is connected. Just
Yeah.
to give people some reference, a few years ago, you collaborated with the MBNF.
Yes, we did, definitely, with Max, and it was a great collaboration. Hopefully soon we're in discussion for something else exciting as well.
Awesome,
And it was a fantastic collaboration. Pieces were completely sold out, and it really brought in a different edge to Reuge also.
Yeah, and a different appreciation, right? Because you have the craftsmanship for a lot of years now, right?
Definitely, and every time, when we had first started with the company, it really looks like an unpolished gem. The company is really, it has a lot to offer, and it has a lot of potential, but we just need to try to untap it bit by bit and hopefully get there.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
So let's jump into the products.
Sure.
Maybe the novelty of this year.
Yes. So this is part of our Enchanting Bird collection. So in our Enchanting Bird, what we did is we've redone. Many of your viewers might have seen some of these singing bird boxes. At Reuge, we're the last and only ones who do this. We have redone the whole mechanism, so it has approximately 250 components in these pieces.
More than some watches, huh?
Yeah, we've tried to enhance also the acoustics.
Yeah.
So we used better, more refined leather. Almost everything here is done in-house. We launched 3 colors to target the younger generation also. So we tried to modernize it a little bit, as you can see. We've launched, it's the melody is the canary bird, one of the most beautiful singing birds, in nature, that used to be bred in Europe by, royalty to have better acoustics and better melodies.
Wow.
So let me run one for you to take a look.
So at the beginning, the box is closed?
Yes, it starts as, of course, a closed box. You can see the mechanism inside it. You can see the bellows, which uses air in a certain way to bring out and mimic,
compress, and then to mimic
the bird. Exactly. So
Wow.
So this has been launched in 3 colors, and then we launched this year the limited edition one, which is the green canary bird, as you can see here in front. We've also enhanced also some of the mechanisms to make it even more smoother.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about these pieces. We were pleasantly surprised with when we launched it late last year, the initial collection of the Enchanting Bird, where it exceeded the expectations that we had for the quantities, and now we're really working our way into different hopefully collaborations for these pieces as well.
Yeah, that's good. And also on the side here, I have some components from what the this is basically made.
Yes.
And I'm very happy that you basically make a glass box, or is it sapphire or glass?
Yes.
It's glass.
It's glass. Yes.
Because in the past it was more traditional, right? With
Correct.
wood, also beautiful, but for
Yeah.
a younger generation and modern watch collector who likes independence, this is the way to go, I think. So you can see the mechanics. I really appreciate
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, the best thing about it is really appreciating the mechanism here. In terms of design, there's a lot that we can do on this. Now that we have the engine all set, you know, the mechanisms we've refined, we can then start developing in terms of design. The bird, we've also enhanced the bird. This bird has approximately, I believe, 27 components in the bird itself. These small birds that you see used to be welded in the past.
Wow.
So there are components that actually used to be welded. So we redesigned it to be much easier to assemble and take much less time.
Yeah.
Just welding the bird and putting it together in the past took us around 4 hours.
Wow.
And now this one can take us around 15 minutes to 20 minutes to
Okay.
do.
Wow.
So
we have a question here, actually.
Sure.
And SK
I was
Watch.
on the easy one. It's not difficult.
Yeah. No, it's easy. I mean, we'll see. He says, he asks, do you guys give the opportunity to your clients to customize? And if you can, what's possible to customize?
Of course, definitely we do. I mean, one of our, one of our strengths at Reuge is that we do a lot of personalization. A lot of people of our clientele take them as gifts.
Yeah.
Because it's a very emotional
of course,
thing.
Yeah.
The Swiss government takes from us for heads of states as well. So we do personalize. What can we do? We can customize the melody itself. If you want a melody that is, that's important, dear to the person, their wedding, etc. We can do it. Plates to be personalized, we can also do, and even we take it to an extent where we have our own bespoke department where they can create their own piece. From scratch.
Colors, materials,
design. What we can also accommodate.
So basically, the only limitation is their imagination.
Exactly. Yes.
And also another question is, how long does it take to make one?
Well,
approximately.
So it varies, but
it can take. Enchanting Birds.
Yeah, the Enchanting Birds could take up to about a month, a month to two. So it really depends, but it's.
Plus the R&D before and everything.
Yeah, the R&D before, of course, we finished off on the R&D, etc. But then the challenge is always on the acoustic side. We always try to focus also on the acoustic side. So we stand for crafting music, motion, emotions.
Okay.
So really, the acoustic is quite important to us. The motion as well, that you can see and you can and to try to also interact with the piece is important.
Okay. And these are limited, right? We said
no. So the green one is limited to 36 units. Yes.
And the prices?
So the green one is 18,900.
Okay.
And the standard collection that we have is 16,900.
Okay, that's doable. Huh? I would assume it's much more.
Yeah. Well,
it definitely looks more expensive.
Need to talk to my sales manager to increase the price.
To raise the prices.
I wanted to raise it a little bit more.
Listen, in time, huh?
Yeah.
Another very cool object, a music box, of course, we have here in the back next to us, is this, art piece. So how else can I call it? What is this?
So this is called the winch that we have. It's we take the DNA of a sailboat and a winch, as you can see. This is our classical cylinder and comb mechanism. So the cylinder that you have here, this is a 144 note movement, and the cylinder has more than 5,000 individual pins in them. The combs have been individually tuned to the frequency that corresponds to the note for the melody that has been chosen. And then one of our internal team would then put the right location for the pins in order to create the melody. So I can run this one so you can take a look at it.
Please.
You have
what's the gauge here?
So we have an indicator. We have an indicator for the number of melodies. So this movement has 4 melodies. This is the spring housing.
Yeah.
So this is where you wind it for the
like in a watch. This is the crown, basically.
Exactly. It's where you wind it, and then you have a speed regulator here. All the mechanism is done in-house. So we have our own CNC machines, of course. We have our own special machines that have been made and made by us for us. And then you have the cylinder and the comb part, which is also complicated. We have an acoustic director also who was hired a year and a half ago to work and help us in understanding more about the acoustics and how we can enhance the sound of the pieces. So let me run this.
Please.
So you turn from here. There you have it.
Wow,
So
beautiful.
yeah.
And
So,
you have different melodies, huh?
yeah, we
all
have
in this
different
machine here.
This one takes 4 melodies.
Wow.
So again, we go back to crafting music, motion, and emotion. So
Yeah.
you know, it's really we try to the biggest, one of the highest stimulants for humans is music.
Yeah. And you also use carbon on the top.
Yes,
Is it for the melody, for the sound, or also just design aspect?
So not completely for this is more design aspect.
Okay.
Most of the acoustics, it goes through the base plate and the soundboard. These are where most of the work needs to be done for acoustics.
Okay. And how much does something like this cost?
I believe this one is around 23,000.
Okay. It's good as well, huh? I
Yeah,
mean, it
this
sounds
is
complicated to make, so
it's quite complicated. You should come and visit.
yeah.
You should come and visit and film the production as well. You'll take a look at how it's done.
Would be a pleasure.
Because it's quite complicated. Even the pins that you see here, that we have a special cement that was invented by us, and we have it's our own cement that we put inside the cylinder.
Yeah.
With the right number of pumps to insert the cement in it to hold the pins, and it's in a centrifuge, so it keeps turning. The cylinder keeps turning, and you pump in the cement in the right amount to hold.
Wow.
I
can't imagine.
I don't want to get into too much.
How many trial and errors did you guys have to go through to figure out all these up? It's amazing.
Yeah, quite excited. I mean, there are lots to come as well.
Definitely. So what's the plan for you in the future for Reuge? You want to go maybe also something with wristwatches, or you want to stay with music boxes as art pieces for the table, wall, or what's? Give us a bit of a.
So the company was
preview.
Founded historically in 1865. It was founded by a watchmaker, Charles Reuge, and we do still have actually pocket watches. We don't push very much on
with
it
music
yet.
Boxes, or
we do have an automaton in it, and
awesome.
it plays music. So it's both an automaton and music. So it comes back to our main DNA of an automaton, music, and we do have some plans, some exciting plans to get into a little bit more into the world of horological objects. But that's probably something that I would rather hold off on until we have settled properly and solidified a little bit more on the fronts of the other mechanisms that we have. But in terms of partnership, we have some exciting partnerships, hopefully, coming up in the short future, and hopefully in the long future as well. We're under discussion. So.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, likewise. Likewise.
I'm excited always when I discover something new. We had a clock on the channel before, which people actually really liked.
Yeah.
I want to expand and not just only talk about wristwatches, but show the people that this is basically industry watches. It's pocket watches, it's table clocks, wall clocks, music boxes,
Yes.
And all, like you said, the founder was a watchmaker.
Yeah.
So essentially something we know and love, but just in a different form, right? And
definitely.
If you like art, maybe skip buying the next oil painting and buy something mechanical like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For me personally, much more pleasure than something like that. Definitely.
Thank you.
But I'm a bit of high-end stuff.
Yeah, what a watch is to your wrist, we are very much for your home.
Yeah.
So you can think of it as like a beating heart of your home. Have a piece in your home. It blends in with
or the office,
or the office.
If you have a nice office, this will be beautiful. Plus, it's a conversation starter.
Definitely.
And maybe the guy who visits you likes mechanics, likes watches.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the deal goes through.
Yeah.
I
like the way you think. I like the way you think. That's good.
So Amar, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I hope to see you soon. I hope to welcome the brand you on the channel next time as well.
Likewise, and for all your followers and viewers, we'd be more than happy, to have you in our factory and do a tour for them. And we're excited about that.
Will be a pleasure. We'll chat afterwards.
Definitely.
Guys, if you have some questions about Reuge, about for me or for Amar, or definitely check out their Instagram account, website, anything you can find on them. Go check it out, dig in. It's really a nice world to discover, and maybe in the future you'll buy something like this, because again, the price point 17,000 Swiss francs is achievable. It's not like a totally absurd amount, right? If you like mechanics. This is the last live of Geneva Watch Days. I hope you liked it. We had some nice comments, also some comments we will improve on, like the quality, because we are working with the internet connection basically. But this was our way to showing you that we are here. We want to show you live, present you the novelties, and leave a comment, share this with somebody who likes watches and who likes mechanical stuff like you do. And I'll see you soon, guys. Amar, thank you so much.
So best for last.
All the best, and the best for last. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Ciao, guys.